the contempt and utter disrespect for our Constitution. Now, that's not why our fathers and uncles sacrificed on Hamburger Hill in Vietnam. Childhood poverty in East Texas, leading the nation, while elected officials in Austin subsidize industry leaving Texas and rewards illegal entry of legal people coming across our borders with welfare benefits. This is not the America that our pastors pray for daily. And we're asked why we're here. We're saying no. We are here because we're pushing back, because we love our country. Our birthright as Americans is a divine blessing. It's secured in a blood debt. And we will not lie down here in East Texas while a few East Coast liberals from Harvard University take over this country and just use our country as another one of their godless socialist experiments. Now we're at a fork in the road. And that fork in the road, we're about to meet it in November. The citizens of District 12 will not continue to stumble along the path of entitlements and concessions for illegal immigrants and increasing taxes that choke off the hard work of honest people and deprive our communities of the opportunity to restore their prosperity. The answer is clear. No. We have another agenda. We will revitalize and protect our communities. And with your vote, we will restore the purpose of our founding fathers, the principles that guide us along a path of rugged individualism and freedom for all. As the District 12 challenger to a 13-year liberal Democratic incumbent, many people ask me to describe exactly what would I do differently in Austin. Allow me a moment to explain, and it only will take a few moments, my conservative philosophy. I am what you call your everyday conservative. Every day I wake up in the morning, I read the Bible, and I give thanks for God's many blessings. Every day I stand in front of school and college students teaching the immutable laws of the Constitution. Every day I study the free market, economics, and I share with my students the incredible power of the American system of capitalism. Every day, except during this campaign season, I step onto a football field in Woodville, Texas, and teach my young athletes that glory may be found crossing a painted line in the grass, but it doesn't start and end there. Real glory, the real rewards in life, are found when we give praise to a power that is greater than ourselves. Thank you. I'm an unabashed Republican conservative. I believe in the American dream. I believe that dream fuels a uniquely American character. This conservative spirit was introduced to me by my grandparents, who built a legacy for their posterity, my uncles, aunts, and my dad. Not me, so I'll still need your campaign contributions. And they did this through their just sheer faith and determination. And at a time when the color of their skin could easily have cut short their ambitions and limited their mobility. With not a high school diploma between the two of them, my grandparents managed to send all of their children to college and saved enough to leave wealth behind. That's the American dream. That's the American spirit. They didn't live for their time, but they lived for generations that would follow. And I know why you're here today. You're not here necessarily for the Republican Party or some list in a platform. You're here because of your grandkids. You're here because of your children. You don't like what's going on. It's not about today. It's about 20 years. It's about leaving a country. It's about leaving a country that your grandparents left for you that was better than the one that you had. As an infantry officer, it was always about leaving the barracks better than the way we found it. That's what I really found out, why it took us 6 hours to clean up barracks that were already raggedy when we got them. It's because it's American ethic. You leave it better than the way you found it. And this is the philosophy that fuels the American dream and shapes the character of our community. Yet, Just as you, I'm gravely concerned that this dream, this character is under attack. Terrorism, nuclear warheads, and rogue international leaders represent an undeniable threat to our freedom and cannot be underestimated. However, as we are learning today, or as we knew even before today, there is more to this story. Even here in Texas, the Lone Star State, as throughout the United States, we're contending with subversive forces from within. And I would submit probably more grave than the ones outside of the borders. Here in Texas, there are many supporters of an ideology. Yes, the red state of Texas. They support an agenda, a liberal persistence, which if followed, will leave and will undermine the spirit, will undermine the spirit that was passed along to us by our fathers and our forefathers. Make no mistake, this liberal agenda is exemplified by the Democratic incumbent in House District 12. He takes credit for conservative policies that have kept Texas strong in this tough economic environment. Yet, he goes to Austin and continues to fight against the conservative Republican leadership like Wayne Christian and Rick Perry and Senator Nichols. In spite of average unemployment that is higher in the 4 counties in District 12, and we have average unemployment that's higher in all the 4 counties in District 12 than in our state or the nation. In spite of constraining incomes that are significantly lower here than in Texas, in spite of poverty that pervades this district at a higher rate here than in the rest of the state, we have a childhood poverty rate in District 12 that affects 30% of our young kids. In spite of all this, the liberal incumbent can't stop talking about how well the Texas economy is faring. He seems unaware, maybe indifferent to his own constituency right here in the heart of East Texas. A conservative people whose desires are simply to work hard and enjoy the fruits of their own labor. Worse yet, this liberal incumbent has a voting record that is tantamount to betrayal. If he had his way, if his vote counted for a majority of all the votes, and he had his way, his votes would kill off jobs at an unimaginable rate. He would have implemented payroll taxes for employers, higher property taxes for citizens, extra gas taxes, even granny taxes on nursing homes. Not to mention that he's voted to give tax credits for employers that are outsourcing jobs overseas. Allow me to repeat this. The liberal incumbent of District 12 voted to reward companies who create jobs on foreign soil. And this, all the while constituents right here in East Texas are struggling. That's right, they need jobs. They're struggling with troubling unemployment. That is, I will repeat, higher in the district than in the statewide, and higher than in the nation. This, my fellow citizens, is quite plainly a slap in the face of the citizens of District 12. And I hate to say this word. I tell my students not to say it. But I believe this incumbent thinks we're stupid. His record indicates an unwavering support. 11 solid votes. You can look it up for yourself. Texas Legislature online. 11 solid votes for the rights of illegal immigrants. He voted against photo ID laws numerous times in an assault on the integrity of your elections. He voted for access to health insurance for illegal immigrants. He voted to allow in-state tuition for illegal immigrants. He voted to allow illegal immigrants to have a Texas driver's license, just like you. His record illustrates a lack of concern for property rights of the citizens of Texas, those in his own district, where the home ownership rate, and I'm proud to say, is higher than in most of the state. He voted to allow the state to seize a person's personal property to pay a business's property tax. He voted against compensating property owners whose land access has been diminished by eminent domain. And you want to talk about Texas Transcorridor? He comes to East Texas, he runs down the governor, he runs down Republicans about it, But he voted for it not once, but twice. Voted once to create it. Voted a second time to expand it. And if that's not enough, our law enforcement here, struggling with this issue of meth in our communities, well, his record raises a white flag in the war on drugs, which would have brought Texas just steps away from full legalization of drugs. He voted for a pilot needle exchange program. He voted to weaken a requirement that those applying for unemployment benefits must be drug tested. He voted to require judges to give probation instead of jail time for murderers, rapists, and other felons when caught with illicit drugs, such as heroin, cocaine, LSD, ecstasy, and other illegal narcotics. This betrayal, my friends, represents more than a threat to the American way of life, as it is now. It is an assault on the conservative ideas which this country was founded. In November, your vote is essential, and I ask for your wholehearted support. I ask for your vote. I'm committed to preserving and furthering the cherished conservative ideas of this community and of the greatest state in the nation. This is a determination passed down to me by my grandparents and exhibited by the hard-working citizens in House District 12. Your service in this campaign cannot be underestimated. I want the help of everyone in this room. So I want to try an experiment right now. I know I'm having problems with it right now, but we're going to try it anyway. But if you can take out your phone and text two people and put in James White for EastTexas.com and send it to two people and tell them to go to my website and sign up. I need three things from you. I need a whole lot of prayer. I need a whole lot of people out there voting and working for us. And I need a whole lot of pockets. Hey, I want to thank you for your help. I want to thank you for your blessings. I want to thank you for your prayer and your time. God bless you, and God bless Texas.